Hey everyone, this is Dark Injustice, the Chief Operating Officer of Birdhouse. I appreciate you guys sticking around and hanging out. We've been under construction, and I know a lot of you are curious as to what the heck is going on behind the scenes. For that, we need to dive into Birdhouse history.
We start in the before times of 2021, where the Birdhouse was drowning in chaos and darkness, where everything spiraled into madness and the artists were fighting each other in rabid cage matches.
I'm joking, of course. Though it was a bit chaotic, let's skip the 5-hour deep dive and keep it simple. Birdhouse was created because a bunch of artists had their own ideas and their own servers, but did not have the experience or the manpower to run a studio. Making a short, a show, or a movie takes a lot of time and effort, so these artists came together to try to help each other just figure it out. There were a lot of different projects being pushed around. The idea was when an artist would finish one task for one project, they didn't have to sit around doing nothing. They could jump to another project to get a new task. It was supposed to keep things exciting, and these artists could learn to work with a team and build a network with each other. Well, a few issues arose. Things like,
I want to make my project.
No, I want to make my project. No, man, my project takes precedence. Hey, we all have different programs and our files don't match, so when we try to pass it on to the next person, we can't work on their thing. I'm the leader of this project, and you need to complete this stack of work in 3 days. Hey, I'm the leader of this project, and I'm gonna be telling you what to do. Hey, why isn't anything getting done? This isn't hearsay. I've read through the archive channels, and just one of those chats spanned over 9,000 messages, so you can imagine the rest. Moving on, Mr. President was always around, but closer to our timeline, he was put in charge. He has experience in his everyday life with enacting systems that work, so his goal was to make everything nice and organized with systems to follow so that the chaos time ended, and a time of peace and prosperity would begin. Obviously, everything wasn't fixed overnight. Humans are not well-oiled machines, and they do not change their bad habits very quickly. It would have been easier to start a new server from scratch, but since there were multiple showrunners that all wanted their own servers, and they all wanted them to run differently, they asked him to try and repair their current broken systems. When he started assigning tasks, there were a few road bumps. Some things went great, and others didn't. Certain things are meant to flow naturally, like chatting. We want you guys to have fun, show your work off, make friends, and fall in love and get married. Congrats, you guys! But that has to be a natural process. Enacting a minimum of 100 messages a week is not the way to go about it. Then things are pressured and you get people spamming the chat. In some cases, you can make a great, say, social media plan, but you need to have the cooperation of the people around you.
No, I don't want to show off my stuff. It's not good.
It's great. Let me post it!
Hey, anyone want to be the social media manager?
Hello, guys?
Hey, we finally made something and posted it! Yay, team!
This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life! It's a disgusting excuse for art and it makes all of us look terrible! All of you, vote to take it down right now!
With a combination of self-consciousness and showrunners arguing that their system is the only right way, we end up trying to be perfect, and because nothing is ever perfect to an artist, we end up showing none of our work. Then I came along. The first day we met, I quite literally dragged Mr. President to join a team project I was leading, and we quickly became fast friends. One day he said, Hey, how am I supposed to find a voice for this man? Dude, you're like a really resourceful problem solver? Could you take a look at this side project I've been working on with my homies? And I said, sure, not knowing I was opening a Google Drive with hundreds of documents spanning 50 to 100 pages each, a freaking contract work.
Freaking bureaucrat. You should have become a lawyer.
That quick look became me trying to unravel piles of contracts, hopes, promises, and spreadsheets. Now here's the thing, these were great documents for a real corporate studio, but we're just a couple of poor freelancers trying to make it in this world. At this moment in time, we don't have the time and income to officially make this a corporate entity. As of now, buddy, you got redundancies and loose ends all up in this thing. There were systems. There were just so many that they contradicted each other, overlapped, or led to dead ends. Mr. President was pumping out systems because if one system didn't seem to work after a month, he would change it, trying to adapt to what he thought you guys needed, when what you guys really just needed was the right system and time to adapt. My response was that running Birdhouse would be easier with a proper system already set up on one server with training videos, proper submission spaces, and staff standard operating procedures. I took over as the team's director, doing every part of the process from interviewing to working alongside of you guys. I needed to see how the process worked and how it could be fixed while creating a system that was not a bureaucratic nightmare for you guys. How many times have you filled out the Google entry form? While also trying to implement systems that mirrored a real studio so that our members could get real experience. After I joined, that's where I view the issues that you guys see every day. One of the biggest issues was people not showing up to the team meetings. One team didn't talk to each other for 3 months. Later on, we found out that they were on completely different time zones across the world. So with little changes like sorting groups by time zone, the voice chats and team meetings could actually happen, and stories and assignments could actually get planned. But there are multiple issues that we can't factor for. Members being too shy to talk to their teammates, members not doing the assignments that they signed up for, members not following the animation pipeline in order. Others pick up multiple assignments at once and then get mad that they have too much to do, which is why we only recommend one at a time. We get that life is busy, so please do not sign up for a team voluntary project if you aren't going to give it the time or interaction. We only try to give out like 1 to 3 hours of work for an assignment per week. We set the standards up front so that you know what you're getting into. After my analysis, I started making the new server, taking what Mr. President had written and implementing a structured plan for it. After months of hyperfixating on it, I wanted to get the staff ready to start their new training, only to find out that there were just 3 of us left. I understand, life happens, school, work, babies, and also getting frustrated when you don't magically have a team of perfect artists that want to give up all of their time to make a story that you came up with. I had designed a full-scale system. We didn't have the people to run it, and it turns out that out of 480 plus members, only 30 were actually present inside the studio. That's why we started the purges. Mr. President then tried to run the whole thing by himself, which was impossible. Now, I want you all to know what this crazy man was doing. Full-time job, full-time class load, full-time internship, and was running a university honor society on the side. He was also trying to take Birdhouse on, while I was spending 25 hours a week on Birdhouse already, alongside of my own similar schedule. We did not have time to sleep. We can't handle a full-blown studio at the moment, so we redirected. We were meeting with the library, putting up flowcharts on the walls like crazy people, trying to figure out what we could handle and what was to save for later. He had the vision, but he needed someone with experience and knowledge of human interaction to make it work. I made a 74-page welcome packet for everyone to read when they join. Your contractual tism-riz is like off the charts, my good man. But no one's gonna read that. Let's make a 3-minute welcome video instead. Why hasn't Birdhouse finished a large-scale project yet? Some projects just had a poor or boring initial script that people didn't want to work on. Some projects were subjected to a bad showrunner that our members don't want to work under due to their temperament, due to multiple screen rewrites, or wanting something way larger than we could provide at the time. One pitch artist was at a higher skill level than the team that they were given because they thought they'd be able to help their team grow, but they ended up growing resentful that their story didn't look exactly how they thought it would and left. I sent multiple artists to one team's creator, and for some reason, all of them quit the next day and never told me why. So we shut the team down immediately. What prompted the team shut down? If I had to count them, we had roughly 5 creators remove their scripts from the studio because they hadn't gotten a final product yet. We also had several of our staff members who were team leads go on hiatus due to job promotions and university projects. So while we were restructuring, we figured it's time for the members to take a break and focus on the community. We want you guys to talk to each other and make friends and show off your personal work. We will now only focus on one project at a time and grow bigger later on when we have more staff. I've skipped a lot, like getting cursed at by a person I'd never met that was fired long before I even got here because I took their job even when they had not typed a single message in 2 years. We had set people up as staff who, after submitting their portfolio, interviewing, getting signed on, and training, they just didn't do anything that they scheduled? Why did Mr. President give me the permission to share a bunch of our dirty little secrets with you all? Birdhouse as a whole is a team, not just the staff. You guys need to know where the issues are to be able to fix what's going on, and us being radio silent isn't helping anyone. We are just the platform for you to share your work with us. In a way, you are the car and we are the road. Sure, we need to make sure that the potholes are filled and that the road signs are correct, but you're the one driving the car. If you aren't moving forward, then the road is useless to you. You need to interact, make art, post it, talk to others. Only when we work together can we create something bigger, something amazing. Birdhouse isn't going to be holding back anymore. We aren't going to be hiding behind a layer of perfectionism. Looking at our social media, I was under the impression that you guys hadn't made anything yet, but while I was putting my sticky little fingers all over everything, I found that you guys have tons of work behind the scenes. Hundreds of scripts, voice acting clips, character designs, and more. Birdhouse is currently making videos on our different teams projects, and we will be sharing it all on our YouTube so you can see how the cake gets made. We're going to continue working on our paused projects after we create a more cohesive system. Gotta patch those potholes. Right now, we're focused on the future. Our goal is still the same, to have Birdhouse as an online worldwide art community where we can work on teams to make bigger projects together, and later on down the road, Mr. President and I would like to open up our own career animation studio and be able to hire and recruit out of Birdhouse, being able to give jobs to the people that we've worked alongside of this whole time. But for now, learn, interact, grow those feathers, and fly. And we'll see you back at the Birdhouse. Drive with hundreds of— oh, my juice! My juice! Tell me why I can't record a sound clip.
Baby girl, let me lay down those good Birdhouse details on you.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? I read your chats, bro! I know what you did!